allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let the record reflect that all members are present except for Director Gentilini. Principal and student rep would like to go first. The girls need to go for classes or any studying or anything tonight? Would you like to go first? Okay.
Next week is Snow Week with our kickoff Pep Fest this Friday. There are different activities going on, dress-up days. Monday is School Spirit Day. Tuesday is Twin Day. Wednesday is Baby Boom Day. Thursday is Tie-Dye Day. And Friday is Superhero Day.
And then on that Saturday, February 6th, we are going down to Duluth to play Duluth-Denfield at the Bayfront Festival for Hockey Day, for the Hockey Day in Minnesota. And last Saturday, the boys lost to Virginia 5-1.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. Thank you very much.
We promised Mr. Carey could go first.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. We'll have Mr. Carey go this time first. How's that?
I don't even know what to say. I mean, Kathy told me I was right once today, so I mean, it's kind of hard to top that.
Shocking, huh?
Yeah.
Good job, Kathy. Good job.
Well, February is coming right up around the corner. Like next Monday. I Love to Read month. We have a plethora of activities planned for that month. Pretty exciting in Franklin. Right now, the kids are going through OLPAs. Those are the online practice assessments. This is last year of those, correct?
Yes.
Thanks. We've had some glitchy issues with the test, but we are getting through it, and the kids are doing pretty well, so hopefully that'll help. And finally, I'd like to just address last Monday, we had an in-service here. It was everybody else had the day off, and it was very well done. It was centered around tech ideas that can be used in the class, and I know all the Franklin teachers were, because it's not always easy having a tech in-service for K through 12 that fits everyone's level, and all of them were very excited and have already implemented things that they brought back that day, and I'd like to thank all the folks that put that on. Stace sitting over there was one of them. Lee and Paula Madden or Lee Zika and Paula Madden also organized it, and we had a number of in-house presenters, and it was very well done, and I think we took a lot away from it. So with that, I'll let Danette talk.
I have a couple of things to add for Snow Week coordination. We are having the Pep Fest on Friday this year, the Friday before, so it will be this Friday. And the reason for doing that is so that we can recognize all the teams ahead of their games for homecoming week, or Snow Week, I'm sorry. Coronation will be on Monday during 7th hour, if you'd like to join us for that in the large gym. 7th hour starts at about 2:05. We have had to move secondary conferences. We had them scheduled for Tuesday, March 1st, but we found out that the Minnesota caucuses were held that night, so we have to move it to Thursday, March 3rd. And we will do our best to bombard parents with that change of date information. Last week, we started the registration process for next school year already. It seems really early, but this is a long process for us. And one of the new things that we did this year was host a parent information night. We had an 8th grade parent session for people who would be potentially new to the senior high, and then a session for students in grades 9 through 11. The 8th grade parent night was very well attended, a little more sparsely for the rest of the group, but they had some fantastic questions. Jessica Forsman and I stayed and met with parents that night, and I think it was a great experience, and we will definitely do it again. She's going into classes this week with students to get them to register online, and that will be the final step in their piece of that puzzle. And then I just have a couple of students to recognize, and I just, it's not a final recognition yet, but they're on their way to some really good things. Our math team placed 3rd today, and Carl Nias is currently tied for 1st place in our region, so he could potentially be going to state for math team. And Liz Porkinen is advancing through the Patriots Pen Essay Contest. Her essay will go to the state competition as well. So I'll keep you posted on how they do.
Danelle, question on the 8th grade parents?
Yes.
What types of questions were they asking?
We tried to cover some of it was kind of like a frequently asked questions session where we addressed grade point averages, earning credits, attendance, some of those broad things. And then they had some great questions about, not even necessarily things that they'll face next year, but they already had questions about college classes, how to get students prepared and accepted into those. They had questions about the math progression. Less questions about filling out the form. I think next year we'll try and cover that a little better. There seem to be some issues there, but just about the courses we offer and what to recommend, what they should encourage their children to take as they go through. And
I think it was worth every minute. It was really well put together, and it was great because they covered prerequisites, things that kids don't always think about. You know, they want to jump in and take something, but they haven't taken the preparatory classes for it. So there was a lot of good information in that. And I sat through both the 8th grade one and then the high school one.
thank you.
And one more different topic, but on the hockey day, how's the bus sign-up going?
We started it pretty early, so I don't know that anyone's quite yet thinking about how they want to get down there. If we have less than 20, I don't think I'll send it.
Okay.
But we sold a ridiculous amount of Hockey Day Eveleth Gilbert sweatshirts. The organizers will be here at the high school this Friday from 11:30 to 3:30, selling student tickets at a discounted rate for only $15, not the $20 that you can get them online. And then the official Hockey Day Minnesota gear, they will have that here for sale as well. One other thing I forgot to mention, at the last board meeting, you asked us to prepare an ad for the papers that we're accepting registration. Denise, Barry, and I have that ready to go. It will be in next Sunday's paper. You'll see a half-page ad.
Okay.
Okay, we also are doing OPAs and had a rough start, but now everything is going really smoothly. Haven't had any issues since the first day. CW helped us out with that. Registration for us is starting this week for our 6th graders going into 7th, 7th graders going into 8th. Brandy Laudiger is having them in groups. Forms are already turned in, and they will be registering this week. 6th graders went up to Giants Ridge last week, and we had a huge amount of positives from Giants Ridge and other patrons up there about our students. They commented on how well behaved, how polite, so they got a big round of applause for that. And I Love to Read Month is here also for our campus. We are feeling groovy during this month. That's our theme for our book fair. So peace, love, books.
Okay, thank you. 5.0 agenda additions and deletions.
I have a number of them here. A couple of them are written down in front of you. 9.3, accept donation, and your list says B, but that was where I was right and Kathy was wrong. Accept donation of $300 from the Eveleth VFW Ladies Auxiliary to Miss Custer's Senior High Art Program. 10.5, approve lane change request of Lee Zika from an MA to an MA10. And 10.6, approve lane change request of Melissa Laudiger, MA10 from an MA. And then I want to point out in 10.4, this is where I was wrong and she was right. 10.4 says the hire of Selena Lundstrom is 5.75 hours. It should read 5.5 hours. So make that change. And then I'm going to remove 11.1, the report from DSDW. We're going to save that for tomorrow night.
Okay. Okay, that's all?
Yep.
Good, thank you. 6.0, visitor input. Anyone who's not on the agenda who would like to address the board this time? Please step up, state your name at the podium. Okay, hearing none. Moving on. 7.0, approve the agenda.
So moved.
Support.
Okay, motion, Sean Lobb, support.
Putzel?
Yeah, turn it so I can see it. Sorry, any discussion?
No problem.
Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. 8.0, approve the minutes of the organizational meeting and the regular meeting on Monday, January 11th, 2016.
So moved. We'll turn it around this time, I'll take credit.
Okay, we have a motion
I'm seconding it.
by Mona, second by Leon. Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 9.0 Business Office Affairs. 9.1 Approve the Treasurer's Report for the second check writing in January. Leon?
For the second check writing, we have disbursements of $201,901. I make a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
We have a motion,
I'll second.
second by 40. Any discussion, corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 9.2, accept the gift. This one is from the Eveleth High School class of 1943, donation to the senior high school in the amount of $115.01. Need a motion and a second to approve with a big letter of thank you.
I'll move.
Motion Putzel,
Support.
second Schonlab. Any discussion? Just a big thank you. I think it's really neat that they're still around to make the donation. I mean, I'm not saying that they're older, but they are,
Are you ripping on Mark's class now?
well, I can't, no, Mark's not quite,
Close.
he's close. But I mean, I think it's just neat that they're still involved in doing all this. I don't mean anything by it, because I'm sneaking up on them. Okay, any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 9.3, donation from the Eveleth VFW Auxiliary to Deb Custer's senior high art class in the amount of $300.
I'll move.
We have a motion Peterson,
Support.
support Chad. Any other discussion?
Another
Good.
thank you.
Yeah, definitely with a letter of thanks. Hearing no other discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 10.0 Personnel. 10.1 Approve the school board committee assignments. Has everyone had a chance to turn in their list or respond to Kathy's email?
Not everybody responded.
If they
Okay,
didn't respond, we kept them the same they were last year.
just keep everybody on the same committee as last year then. Okay. 10.2 Approve the extracurricular assignments.
Mr. Chair, you need a motion.
You need a
on that.
motion on that?
I'll move.
Really? Okay.
Support.
Okay, motion Peterson, second Sean Lobb. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The reason I scanned over is because we've never had the on the agenda before for assignments.
We did last year.
Did you? Okay, well,
I think we did them all in the same meeting, basically, didn't
Oh.
we, or no?
Yes.
oh well. It's done. We're already in there. Okay, 10.2. Approve the extracurricular assignments. Is there anyone on here that anybody wants to pull out? Or you want to do them individually or as a group?
Group's fine for me.
Is
I'll
that a-
move we approve the extracurricular activities as presented.
Okay,
Support.
motion 40, second Peterson. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 10.3, approve the Title I teaching assignment of Georgia Epp.
This is a replacement position for one of the ones that resigned at the previous meeting. We still have one open.
Okay. Need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Motion Sean Lobb,
I'll second.
second 40. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 10.4, approve the paraprofessional position of Selena Lundstrom.
This is the one that I mentioned in the board packet. It said 5.75. This should be 5.5 hours a day. This too is a replacement position for someone who left some time ago. We've not been able to fill real quickly. This hire is new, so she will be 6-month probationary and be paid at 85% of the prevailing wage.
Okay, and that's with the background check also.
It's been done already. She was actually, she had worked as a playground aide before,
Oh,
so
okay,
she's
okay, all be
been
done.
here.
Okay, I need a motion and a second on this.
So moved.
I'll support. Motion, Sean Love, support Young. 10.4, any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. 11.0, new business.
10.5.
I'm sorry, 10.5, I'm looking right on the wrong paper. Lane change for Leah Zika from an MA to an MA plus 10. We need a motion and a second.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Motion Putzel, support by Mr. Forty. I remembered your name, I wrote them down this time. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. 10.6, lane change for Melissa Lotiger from MA to MA plus 10.
I'll move.
Support.
Motion Putzel, support Peterson. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Now we'll go on 11.0. 11.2, approve the proposal from Applied Insights North.
This is, the proposal that's in front of you is for John Powers of Applied Insight North to do a demographic study for us. He's going to do two things. He's going to do a 10-year projection on our enrollment. And also the other thing is he's going to gather data from all of our current students and all of our students who are open enrolled elsewhere, whether that be homeschooled, at a different school, what have you, and map them out and color code them so that we can see where all of our students are.
So that's option B.
Yes.
Will we know out of this study, or will we be able to know when they left? I mean, did they leave at 8th grade to 9th grade? Did they leave at 2nd grade? Or is that something that we could probably fill in the gaps if we wanted to get that detail?
We could probably fill in those gaps.
Depending on how much data
Yeah.
ends up being there.
Yeah. Yeah, this, for his purposes, he's gonna, if a student is in a different district, he'll put a red dot or a blue dot or whatever so you can tell where they're going and where they live. Or a yellow dot if they're coming here, or whatever it be.
I think it's a great thing. I'll make the motion to approve the proposal from Applied Insight North for option B and for the cost of $4,125, and
I will second.
get some good data out of it.
Good, we have a motion by Peterson, second by Forty. Any other discussion? And we have, I don't think we've ever done this.
No.
And I believe it's probably at this phase, I think it's almost a must that we do this and see where we're headed.
I think it should go. It'll go in tandem with our facility study.
Yes,
Right.
definitely.
Good information.
Right.
Okay.
And the difference between their proposal A and B
Is the map.
is the map.
Yeah.
And looking at that map that we were provided from the Greenway report, that's going to be very interesting.
Absolutely.
It's going to be very interesting to see that.
Okay, anyone else? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I would anticipate probably another 4 to 5 weeks. I mean, we have given him all of the information that he needs at this point, so he can start grinding tomorrow.
Will they give us kind of timeline updates, or is it just going to be done when it's done?
It's going to be done. He told me when I asked him a couple weeks ago, it was be 4 to 6 weeks, and that was including the time that, and we did a little groundwork ahead of time. And the ladies in the office here gathered all the information for him, so he has that in his hands already.
Okay, thank you. 11.3, resolution number 598, directing administration to make recommendations for reductions in programs and positions and reasons therefore.
This is an annual resolution that the board has to pass in order for us to start this process. It doesn't necessarily mean that there are going to be reductions, but in the event that there may be, it allows us to bring those forward.
Yeah, it's a contractual thing, I believe it is.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. Okay, this is a roll call vote.
I'll make the
We need a
motion.
motion first.
I'll make the motion
Okay.
for resolution 598.
Okay, motion, Sean Love.
Support.
Second, Chad. Okay, any other discussions? I don't think there is on this, a resolution, so.
Okay, roll
Roll
call
call.
vote. Director Chad?
Aye.
Shanlop?
Yes.
Forty?
Yes.
Peterson?
Yes.
Young?
Yes.
And for myself, yes. And that's 6 aye and 1 absent. That's Gentilini.
Okay, thank you. 11.4, a closed session for negotiation strategy. We need a motion and a second.
I'll move.
Support.
Motion Putzel, second Sean Love. Discussion? Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 12.0, superintendent's report.
I have a few things here for you. I know at the last meeting I told you that I'm working on finding a consultant to look at our technology, our infrastructure, our network, our support. The whole works, take a look and make a recommendation. I have contacted 2 companies, one local, one really not local, from the cities. And one of them's working on a quote, and one of them I'm meeting with, the one from the cities I'm meeting with tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock to go through the whole thing, and hopefully we'll have a quote by Friday, and I can get that on the next agenda. I thought I could do that quicker, but it just didn't work out that way, so we'll get that rolling. I'm working, like I said a little while ago, working with John Powers last week or so on enrollment numbers and census data, and we did data requests to the local school districts to see where the addresses are of the students that go there, that live here. So I mean, we have all that information. I've forwarded it all to John, so I mean, tomorrow I'll give him the okay to get rolling on that. Because I had asked him ahead of time what's going to be expected of us, and we did that in anticipation of this. He hasn't started working, so that's ready to roll. We have the budget meeting tomorrow. Just a little heads up, but the format that we have used in the past, Andrea and I spent long hours debating whether or not that was, because it's rather, to us it was rather confusing, so I can only imagine what it was to you folks. So we're trying something different. So I guess go in with an open mind, and hopefully it makes a lot more sense, and you can be more involved with seeing how the different pockets of money are where they're going and whatnot. So just, we can talk about it afterwards as to what you think about that, and we can keep making adjustment to it. It's a fairly radical change from what you've been presented for in the past. So we're a little nervous about that, but we'll get through it. Power School updates. If you remember, at the start of the school year, we had hired Marcia Brenner Associates to help us through some using it a little better. We're currently working on accepting online payments through Power School right now. Danette's working on that right now, and hopefully we can get that online even before the end of the school year. We're also working on patching in our VersaTrans, our transportation program in there, working on updating report cards. So I mean, there should be lots of good changes coming to Power School here in the next few months. And then the last thing I mentioned, I know that the city of Eveleth had come to see us at the last meeting regarding Chickagami lease, because they have a vested interest right now. And Chickagami has contacted me as well, wondering if, it's up to the board chair if you guys want to have a meeting in the future on that topic or not.
I think we finally got their attention. Unfortunately, we had to do it the way we did. I'd like to see some progress. I would like to know, first, where's the property? Who's the architect? They have a signed contract, they anything started. Because just saying that they've done it doesn't prove that they've done it. If they show some good faith in that they're actually doing something, well, we may revisit it, but it's up to the rest of the board if they want to. That's my feeling on it.
Because they're asking that they be heard out now, and because they have some things going. Do you want the whole board to meet with them?
If
You
they
want a
have
committee to
some-
meet with them? Do you want nobody to meet with them?
If they have something constructive to say, I say, yeah, let's listen to them, but
Can I put my 2 cents in?
you definitely,
I mean, I was part of the last committee that met with them via, and that's all it really was talk. I mean, not to try to downplay it or not to be negative about it, but, at this day, we just noticed them. We didn't really give them anything more than a contract the last time, and we haven't changed that contract other than we just gave them an intention that at this stage, we will not extend it. I think it'd be premature to just jump right back into talking in circles. Let's give it some time and let them make some progress, and if they can put something together in the next 30, 60 days,
if they've
there's
got-
plenty of time. That's all we
Right.
have to do is
yeah.
have a conversation 30 days before June 30th and extend it. I don't know why we have to sit and talk in circles in the meantime to feel good about it. Let's wait. Let's give 30 days or 60 days prior to the expiration and see where they're at.
That's,
Mr. Chair, in that original conversation, they did agree to give us written reports on a monthly basis. We haven't seen one since August. So perhaps if they could submit something to us in writing, and then if we have
Yeah.
questions, we can hold a meeting.
could do that.
All right.
Does the rest of the board
Yeah.
feel?
I would not be opposed to having a meeting with them and hearing what they are doing, where they are, rather than waiting for a written report. But that depends how the rest of the board feels. But if they want to sit down, committee of the whole, find out where they are, if they can give us any information that way.
For that kind of, we could just stick them on the agenda and they could come every 2 weeks and do a present and just
Yeah.
talk.
That's another alternative.
Yeah.
We're meeting second Monday in November is early, right? It will be early on the calendar, the 9th or something like that?
February?
February?
Yeah, what did I say?
November.
November.
Yeah. A little late.
February.
Okay.
November's going to be a little late on that one.
I would like to see if they've got something they can send to us so we can look at it. And if we think it's reasonable, we can always put them on the agenda, but they can always come and give us a report too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's why we have visitor input.
They can request to go on the agenda too.
They can do that too. But I just don't want them to come here and talk. I want to see something.
All right,
That's my feeling on it.
I'll let them know.
Yes.
Everybody else has got to,
That's
they
mine
can
too.
voice their opinion, but, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Then we will go into closed session, and then we will go, come back after the closed session, and come into open meeting and adjourn. After we're done with the closed session. Nope, not on our agenda anymore.